So I want to talk about something that's been really overlooked over the years. Something Valve has done that's changed investing completely and gets way too little notice in general. A lot of CSGO investments over the past 4 years have gotten very expensive. We've got cases that are over 100 times more expensive than they were a few years ago. And sticker investments have also been doing amazingly well over the same time period. There's been an investment boom. And while there are a number of factors behind that, I want to talk about something that's been significantly underrated, something Valve did that transformed investing and has probably had a big impact on the market as a whole. So let's check it out. Now, this video is sponsored by my cash trading business. I buy skins. If you want to sell me something, go hit me up on Twitter or X or whatever it's going to be called tomorrow. That's it. That's the plug. Anyway, moving on. So skins as a whole, like everything on the market, have gotten a lot more expensive over the past 4 years, like an enormous amount. And it's not actually entirely understood why things have gotten so much more pricey. Yes, the game has grown. Yes, Chinese money has entered the space. But I also think there is another thing that's played a role. So let's talk about my investments. In 2016, I decided to snap up about 10,000 or so 3-cent cases on the market. It was an absolute nightmare. I wanted to claw my own eyes out. I had to create a bunch of new accounts, set up the authenticator, do tons of logging in and logging out, listing, delisting, spreading out my cases over a ton of accounts. It took heaps of work. It took weeks to do properly. And in general, it was a massive pain in the ass. Recently though, I've been doing another round of investing. This time funded by the leftover money from case unboxings I've been doing. I might go through exactly what I have some other time in the future, but it's all there very clearly labeled on my main account if you're curious. A lot of these things are cases that I might want to open in the future, and if you've been following things, you can probably read the tea leaves on why I might be stocking up on those now. But you're probably already noticing a difference. All my investments are on one account rather than like 10, and the whole experience I've had buying them has been miles more painless and just easy for me. And what's made all that possible? Storage units. These were introduced by Valve in 2019, and once it became possible to add more than one item to them at a time, that feature wasn't included at release, and oh god that sucked, they completely revolutionized investing. Let's say you wanted to buy 10,000 25-cent crack-off autograph capsules in 2017. Well, guess what? You're in for a fucking nightmare. You're gonna need a bunch of old accounts, and it is going to take ages. It's gonna be a huge pain in the ass. There's gonna be a shitload of miserable and repetitive work involved, and for a lot of people, this was a big barrier to entry when it came to investing on a large scale. But if you wanted to buy 10,000 Paris capsules today, well, by comparison, it is really straightforward. You can keep all of them on one account in 10 storage units, and while it won't be instant and buying that many capsules still won't be a fun time, it's a hell of a lot more doable than it was before. That barrier to entry isn't there anymore. And I'm suspicious that this change has actually led to a lot of people investing on a much bigger scale than they ever have before. And when you look at price charts like these, or these, or these, or these, I think this may be a significant factor. If tens of thousands of people are hoarding stuff in storage units, well, it's probably not a surprise that a lot of investments have gotten a lot more expensive. But encouraging people to hoard items on a large scale doesn't just drive up demand. I think there is another side effect people may not be considering. You see, a lot of people who invest in CSGO stuff don't really ever sell out. Buying a large investment might be pretty easy these days, but cashing one out is actually quite a bit more time consuming and annoying. And if your investments just keep on going up in price, which more and more CSGO investments have been over the past few years, well, there is a pretty big incentive just to not bother cashing stuff out. I mean, why do it if it's a massive pain and the stuff's only getting more expensive? And I think this may be an additional factor behind why prices have gone up so much over the past few years. It's easier than ever to buy, but some of the people who've been buying, particularly people who've been buying on a very large scale, can't really be bothered to cash out. And if your cases and stickers are just going to sit in a storage unit indefinitely, well, as far as the market is concerned, they may as well not exist. And I think this ease of access has really helped push up the price of a lot of commodity items in CSGO, particularly stickers but especially cases, and those higher case prices, in turn, have pushed up the price of literally everything else on the market. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. If you've enjoyed it, please like, comment, and subscribe, massively appreciated. Otherwise, trust the numbers, not your guts. I'm Jesus. Thanks for watching. See you.